Clickbait, clickbait, click it, click it. Yo, what is up, my beautiful people? It's your boy, it's Mr. 20 West in the building. And you know what I'm on. I'm on that ZX6R, boy. Shout out to Yoga, because she be keep, you know what I'm saying, she keep letting me borrow this dang bike right here. This is Lily. I love her for this. Today's video is going to be on the topic of bike maintenance, but it's not going to be the normal change of oil type stuff. This is affordable bike maintenance, like legitly affordable bike maintenance. Listen, I want to put this out here. Look at that charger over there. You see that charger? I need to buy one of those. I need a charger in my life, like real talk. So recently my girl has joined this riding club. It's not this group of she joined this thing where ladies like to ride together. It's called the Leaders. They're pretty cool. A lot of people know about them. I personally don't know. I just found them out like through my girl. So basically it's a group of females that like to ride together around the city and just enjoy views and make memories. They don't like, you know, try to race each other or any of that club stuff, you know, where you got to pay dues and all that stuff. Not saying that's a bad thing, but yeah, they don't have that. They just ride. So we went and pulled up to one of her friends, and I'm not going to give this friend name because this friend just didn't know. She purchased the bike, and the bike owner said, like, gave her a whole list of stuff that was like already done with the bike. First off, when you buy a bike, a used bike from anybody, you need to understand that you are taking responsibility for the bike. Meaning, like, if they say they got an oil change, doesn't mean that they really got an oil change. They just said they got an oil change. It makes you feel better about purchasing the bike if you feel like the maintenance was on point. Another thing that with her particular bike, the problem that she's having is it'll crank, it'll start up, but it won't like stay started. So I'm guessing that it's the rectifier stator, and what that is, the rectifier and stator are what charges the bike and keeps the juice going after, you know what I'm saying, after the battery has turned on the bike. Okay, so the way it works is your battery is what really cuts on your bike, and once that happens, once that interaction happens with the bike, your bike is automatically, it starts charging after that. It starts having a charge, right? It starts charging, and it puts that power into the stator rectifier, which keeps the bike on. Whoa, that was crazy. I almost seen somebody get into an accident in front of me. Welcome to Georgia, baby. But oh, and actually this is where I'm supposed to turn. I didn't think today. You know how you look at your GPS but you really don't look at your GPS? Yeah, that's me. I'm not really paying attention to my GPS. I'm more so paying attention to what I'm talking about. I could have made that like, but I didn't. But anyway, I feel like her rectifier and stator has went bad. So because the charging system is not foolproof, her bike can't hold the juice. So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna go get a voltmeter. Going Advanced Auto Part. If they have something else around here, I'm gonna try to get that. I think I'm gonna try to, they have a program at Advanced Auto Parts where you can borrow tools. I don't know, I've never did it. So I'm about to go in there and see if I can get one. I mean, I really don't need to buy one, but it'd be nice to have if they have one like for like 20 bucks or like $10. Affordable bike maintenance for this video is basically trying to come up with ways to fix your bike on a budget, because like my latest friend totally called her bike mechanic and he was like $60 starting just for me to look at it, and then if something's broke then it's that price and then it's this. And she was like, well, my friend here, he was saying that maybe I needed a new battery Or, you know, yeah, maybe I need a new battery. If that's all I need to do, I need to go purchase a battery instead of giving you $60. He was like, well, what if that's not the problem? And then she was like, what if that is the problem though? And he was like, well, if it is, then boom, we fixed the bike. But if it's not, she was like, but then I'm 60 and then I'm $100 past. Like, come on, bro. So it was kind of funny to see the back and forth, because I never went back and forth with a bike mechanic before. Because most of the time I do my own maintenance, so there's no point of me going back and forth with somebody, and I know how to do it myself. So I rather do everything myself, other than paying you labor for something that you don't even care to do. You just be like, oh, whatever. But I'm paying you money, so you're supposed to care. Or you would think they do, but this guy totally didn't care. He just wanted money. He wouldn't even give her suggestions on where to buy a good stator rectifier. Like, he's just like, oh, I don't know. Every bike is different, blah, 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 blah. Like, you can't just look up a part. But anyway, I'll be right back. Let me go in this store. Wait, can you pause that here? Ooh, boy, you look sick. Okay, I'm back, people. Turns out they didn't have it. The dude was looking at me like they never had it. Like, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is part of... I'm pretty sure this is part of car maintenance, where you got to check the voltage on the battery. Yeah, I told her, I said, I might not know the technical name for it, but I know what the tool is used for. But the crazy part about it is I actually seen it on eBay already. I had already seen it on eBay. It's like $7 on eBay. You know, people really clown eBay, but eBay can really do some cool things. So, like, even though, like, everybody's like, oh, it's cheap Chinese parts, some of that stuff don't even come from freaking China. Like, and then most of the cars that's here in the US come from China. So it's kind of weird that people be like, oh my god, eBay this, eBay that. Oh yeah, eBay stole my money. Bro, but you got your money back. You got, like, they have buyer protection, so you're not gonna sit here in front of me and act like, oh my god, you lost this big amount of money. Because first off, they do investigations on it, and second off, come on, bro, come on, but yeah, man, to see that interaction between her and her mechanic just was crazy. I'm like, she's really under pressure to, like, she wants to get into fan favorite. They have a mob ride coming, and, like, it's gonna be one of the, it's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be huge. The best one for the season. And the thing about it, and I'm just like, listen, I'm all for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to go ride, so you want to hurry up and get your thing to get your bike back together as soon as possible. I get that. Totally understand it. It's not past my head or anything, but then again, it comes down to like, maintenance wise, like, you really want to make sure that you're together, because clearly the guy that had the bike, she actually called him and he was like, oh, I just changed out the stator 3 years ago. And she was like, what about the rectifier? The problem with what he said rubbed me the wrong way, because he was like, I changed the stator, but I didn't change the rectifier. Everyone changes their rectifier when they change out their stator, because there are two systems that they work hand in hand together. So you might as well replace both of them. The stator doesn't cost that much, and the rectifier either. You could get it on eBay right now for $45 for both things. So for him to sit there and be like, oh, I didn't fix the stator, it was kind of like, all right, bro, you're either lying or you're lying. And because you're lying, this girl, she can't ride the bike that she purchased from you. Like, I'm so sick of fucking scumbag bikers. Excuse my language. I'm sick of scumbag bikers doing these whack deals and not like owning up to them. Like, bruh, you know your bike is a piece of crap. Why are you acting like it's just like freshly made? Why you didn't say this in the third? Like, come on, bruh. Like, if you know you blown the motor and then you put some cheap whack motor together that you just found outside in the back of an AutoZone, like, come on. I say AutoZone because I'm in front of it. Okay, guys, I'm about to go in and see if they have it here. Hopefully they do. All right. Okay, I got the tool I needed. I'm gonna show you guys what it looked like. Clickbait, clickbait, click it. You know, now I'm starting to get used to this YouTube thing. I know what you guys really want. So, because I know what you really want, guess what, guys? I'm gonna give you what you want. But anyway, yeah, I got the tool. It's amazing how you can go to one AutoZone and the person not know nothing, but then go to another AutoZone and guess what? They know what? I didn't know I lived next to Adventure Outdoors. Wow. Oh, I'm really about to start coming out this way. This is so much better. I bought my gun from over here, so I'm sorry. I'm pretty excited about this place over here. I got on my Icon gloves. This is their summer collection, I believe. And bro, let me tell you something. These gloves are so sticky on whatever, like, hand grips my girl got on her bike. That they like really just scoop. All right, so I went to one AutoZone and the dude didn't know nothing, and then I go to another AutoZone and the guy knows absolutely everything. I literally walked in, asked him where's the voltmeter at. He took me directly to it. I'm like, see, and that's the type of service I'm talking about, bro. I mean, like, you in this store every day, why not know where everything is at, bro, and how to use it? I'm a strong believer in do it yourself. I am a strong believer. There's few things that I legitimately be like, nah, I don't know nothing about it. I'm just gonna leave it alone. And I have to have knowledge in the fact that I don't know anything about it. So like when it comes down to chains, I don't know how to do chains and sprockets. I'm trying to learn. I'm really willing to learn. I mean, I got friends that showed me, like when we did Yoga's wheel bearing for this bike. Oh man, bro, it would have took me forever to figure out how to get everything together, like, real talk. But I was fully confident in that I was gonna get it done. It just was gonna be a crazy process to try to get this thing together. My boy Callie, when we did it, my boy Callie was explaining to me about chains and how the chains have to be like 45 on a freaking ruler, and I was just like, you know, blown away because I don't know anything about chains. And I've been wanting to learn about them, but you know, when you're on the go, like how I am all the time, it's kind of hard to learn stuff. But you know, I advise people to really get to know their bike, like, hand in hand. It really helps, like, later on down the line. Right now it might seem like over the top and dumb, but yeah. But so when you're thinking about bike maintenance, don't think about cost, bro. Like, really, because I'm talking about budgeting, but some certain stuff you can't budget out. So like tires, you can get a decent set of tires for about $150. You can, but you got to know, like during a warm season, like right now, like how it is, because today it's gonna be like 80 degrees. I'm sweating a little bit. I have to take off my hoodie because it's becoming unbearable. You gotta you can afford to buy those sheet tires during the summer months, because your tires gonna get warm no matter what. During the colder months, that's when you need those specific brand tires that heat up as soon as possible, because you don't want to get on a bike with cold tires, because it take a while for you to do the forth and back and forth, and then you might forget. Like me, I'll jump on a bike in a hot second and jump into a curve like real quick, and I'm talking about I'm leaning in there, and yeah, that could get crazy real quick. So with the CBR 1000, because that's what I'm trying to work on today, its rectifier piece is right here, and its stator is right there. They're actually in the same location. It's just a whole plug and play type deal, so it's relatively easy. You just have to drain the oil and take the bolt out precisely and change gaskets. I really am adamant in doing it yourself, man. I'm preaching. Look, I'm trying to preach to the choir and like tell everybody, like, you need to learn how to do this stuff yourself. I'm gonna give you a great example, wonderful example. When I first bought my FZ09, right, I never got the chance to change my oil on my FZ07. So when I got my FZ09, I was real adamant in learning how to change my oil on it, because I was like, this is super important for me to know how to do. I know Mountain Motorsports gonna charge an arm and a leg. Little did I know that was so true. So true. So you're basically, when you take your stuff to the dealership, you're basically they're basically responsible for your bike. So if it messes up, that's on them. So if, you know what I'm saying, if you do your own maintenance, you got to realize that if you mess up, it's on you. But you can also trust yourself. So oil is one of the most easiest things to do on your bike, depending on what kind of bike you got though. Sports bikes, it's pretty, yeah. Drop the, my bad. Take out the oil bolt, let that drain out your pan all the way completely. Then take off your oil filter, let that drain out completely. And then, like, even when you do it, don't take it out completely. Just take off a little bit so it can just drip out slowly itself. And make sure it's just all of it is gone. Some people change out their oil bolts, which is like, ooh, wow, you like every time you're gonna change out your oil bolts? I guess you could do that. That is a thing. You can get away with doing that. But for me, I don't see me doing it all the time. Like, I'm gonna change this oil bolt all the time. Nah. But it's definitely a thing, because you don't want it to leak. You don't want your oil to leak. That could be a major problem. I've seen it happen before, where the oil bolt has rusted out, or it doesn't have the O-ring around it, which actually plugs up any entries for the oil to come out of it. So yeah, make sure you put the gasket on correctly. Make sure when you put your oil filter on, this is another important thing, you put some brand new oil around the lips of the O-ring. I don't know, I've heard it helps get the oil filter off, because when you first do it, it's gonna be ridiculous. I took my FZ09 for the first time to its first oil change. In the book, it states, like, please take this bike in for its first oil change. And there's a whole lot of processing to buying a brand new bike. You know, you got the engine braking period. Like, you don't want to be too tough on a break-in period, so you don't want to go over 6,000 RPMs or something like that. I don't know, because like I didn't follow none of those procedures, so my bike is probably crazy. So my first oil change at Mountain for my bike was this person. Did y'all see that? Like, he was all over here, he stopped traffic for him to go over there. My first oil change was $114 for Mountain. $114, bro. So to do the oil myself, it's 40 bucks. 40 bucks. And I mean, that's including the oil filter. 3 bottles of oil and the oil filter. 40 bucks. They charged me $114. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you start doing your own maintenance, you start realizing how simple or simplistic the stuff they're doing is. It's not like it's rocket science. It's just, yeah. just have to have the confidence in yourself. Me, I want to start changing the oil in my Lexus, because I know it's $12 for a bottle of oil at my at AutoZone for my car. It's $75 to change my oil at another place. That includes disposing of the oil, which if you take your oil out your vehicle and you take it to a auto body shop just to have them dispose it, it ain't nothing but like $6. I mean, the place has to, like, you know, they'll probably try to give you flack about, like, oh, we don't normally do this, whatever, bro, whatever. I'm either going to give this to you or I'm gonna pour it into the environment. So like, you either gonna take it or not. But I'm fortunate enough to have a shop that I messed with before. That lady in her car, she was asleep. Her eyes were completely closed. That's wild. And that's why I ride with a camera right there. But I'm gonna wrap this up right now. And as always, it's your boy, it's Mr. 20 West, man. Just make sure you do your bike maintenance, man. Do your bike maintenance. If you know you need a chain, get your chain. If you know you need this, get that. Don't slack on it, man, because your life depends on it. I think this is the lane I'm supposed to be in. Well, I'm about to find out. I'm not going none of those 285 or 70. Well, I'm trying to get to 75. It's weird. As always, it's your boy, it's Mr. 20 West in the building. Don't pay attention to all these crazies. Peace.